Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Making. And as you can see, yes, brand new series. What if Naruto had gambling abilities with ultimate luck? Part 1 guys. Before we begin this though, I want to explain a few things. What if Naruto was a prodigy with unknown bloodline? Will be continuing. What if Naruto was an alien hybrid? Yes, it will be continuing. What if Naruto was a badass with godlike abilities? That will be continuing as well. What if Naruto's a badass leader? That will be continuing. With Alagard's power, yes, that will be continuing. What if Naruto's a prodigy, one of a kind over in the making too? Yes, that will be continuing. What if Naruto was abandoned in Awakening Genkai? Yes, that will be continuing. Yes, all of them that I'm doing right now, they will be continuing guys. Some of them are going to come to an end, so I'm going to be giving you some new what ifs to fill their spot. As you can see yesterday, what if Minato fell in love with Naruto came to an end. So yeah, new what ifs are coming up for you guys to enjoy. And some of these on Anime King are coming to an end guys. So just sit back, relax, and yeah, all of them are going to be continuing, just give me some time. So let's get straight in this brand new episode. If you enjoyed seeing 1C part 2, go ahead and tell me, and I'll be posting it as soon as possible for you guys to enjoy. So yeah, without further ado, what is to begin this new series? Start the intro. A 5-year-old boy was running on the streets of Konoha as he was crying his eyes out. Why was he crying? Because he had a mob of drunk villagers and shinobis after him. Today was October 10th, exactly 5 years after the Kyuubi attack. The villagers thought they should finish what the fort started by killing the fox. Naruto had just purchased a deck of cards, hoping to play a bit with Hiruzen on his birthday. At last, that didn't seem to be an option right now. Suddenly, Naruto felt a sharp pain in the back of his right leg, as he was forced to fell on his face. On closer inspection, he noticed there was a kunai sticking out of the back of his thigh. Not one to surrender that easily, he forced himself up as he started to run once again. He barely made it 100 feet before he felt that same stinging pain in his left leg this time. As he collapsed on the ground, the mob quickly surrounded him. "Nowhere to run now, demon!" shouted one of the villagers. "Please, don't hurt me. I haven't done anything to any of you," said Naruto, as he tried to get up, only to receive a kick to the face. "Yes, you have. You killed hundreds of people 5 years ago. Don't act like you don't remember, demon." "But tell you what," the villager shouted, "I'm gonna be merciful today, and finish you off fast." As he pulled out a kunai and held it above Naruto, Naruto's eyes widened as the knife descended upon him. All he felt was a sharp pain in his chest before everything went black. When Naruto reopened his eyes, he had to close them immediately, as the light inside the place that he was in was too bright. As he wondered, am I dead?" he said, his voice coming out raspy. "No, Naruto-kun, you're perfectly fine. You're in the hospital." As Naruto heard that voice as he slowly turned his head to his right, "Jiji," he said, as he saw the smiling face of the Hokage. As Naruto touched his chest, "How can I still be alive? The knife hit me in the chest," he said, looking for any wounds, but there was none. "Yes, it did, but it did not reach your heart." As Hiruzen held up a deck of cards with a pierce mark right in the middle where the knife had impacted, but there was no entry wound. It did not go through. It seems that this deck was in the way, stopping the kunai before it hit your heart. As Naruto scratched his head confused. "But how is that possible? Those are the cards I bought today, but I didn't put them in my chest pocket. I had them in my pants." Hiruzen raised the eyebrow. "Are you sure about that, Naruto-kun?" he said. As Naruto nodded, 100% old man, he said. "I know because I scratched my hand on my keys when I put them there." But despite the situation, he smiled. "It seems Lady Luck came to my rescue," he said. As Hiruzen chuckled, "It seems she has, Naruto-kun," he said. Now, on to other matters. As the man got a bit serious, "It appears that you cannot defend yourself properly, and it is unsafe for you to live on your own. Therefore, I decided to let you move into the Sartobi compound. and take you on as my apprentice. As Naruto's eyes went wide. Are you serious, old man? He said, as Hiruzen nodded. As Naruto jumped out of bed, as Hiruzen had to catch him as the boy hugged him. Once Hiruzen was able to get out of that grip, he brought Naruto with him. As the boy was fine. Oh wait, said Naruto, as he made his way and picked up a deck of cards on the table. This will be my good luck charm from now on, he said, as he left with Hiruzen. Time skip. 10 years later, as Hiruzen was watching Naruto go to the academy through his crystal ball. Today was the day he will finally become a genin. Hiruzen had made sure to teach Naruto all that he could. In the 10 years that Naruto has been learning from him, he had mastered the tree climbing, the water walking, the leaf, and the kunai balancing exercise. He had excellent taijutsu skills, average genjutsu, and excellent ninjutsu as well. His preferred weapon of choice was his huge amount of playing cards. These playing cards were not normal. They were made of chalker paper. Chalker papers that made you see your elemental affinity, and also the same material that Kisame's sword is made from. As Naruto can pour his chakra into a card, making it highly explosive, he had invented 3 techniques with his cards, and 1 technique where he used dices. As Hiruzen remember, when Naruto found out about the Kyuubi. Flashback 5 years ago, both Naruto and Hiruzen were sparring, as they came to a stop because Naruto suddenly paused, as he remembered something. Sir Tobi Sensei, said Naruto. He didn't know why this was popping in his mind, but he had to ask. When I was attacked 5 years ago, one of the villagers said that I killed a lot of people, but I never killed anyone before. What did he mean by that? Sir Tobi sighed as he saw the look on the boy's face. Come with me, he said, as the both of them went over to one of the bench in the private area of the Sir Tobi compound. Now, Naruto-kun, do you remember what happened 10 years ago, he said. Yeah, the Kyuubi attack, right, said Naruto. Yes, you may have heard that the 40 guy killed it, but that is not true. Abiju cannot be killed permanently, so he had to seal it into a baby. And that baby boy was you, Naruto, he said. As Naruto went quiet for a long minute, as Hiruzen started to get concerned, he finally spoke. So, that is why everyone hates me, said Naruto, as he looked at his hands. They think I'm the Kyuubi. Am I? Said Naruto as he looked up, tears in his eyes. He was afraid. Hiruzen gripped his shoulders. Naruto listened to me carefully. You are not the Kyuubi. It was the Fortakage's final wish that the village see you as a hero, but sadly, he underestimated the power of hate. I've tried my best to make them not hate you, but I feel so much time. I could only do the next best thing. I made a law saying that if any of the older generation should tell the children about the Kyuubi, they will be instantly executed. So never, ever think of yourself as the Kyuubi. Do you understand me? Naruto gripped his fist. Then, I'll just have to show them that I'm not the Kyuubi, and I'm Naruto Uzumaki, future Hokage, he said. Hiruzen smiled as he saw the boy spurt, picked him back up. If there was one thing that Naruto was known for, it was shrugging off a couple of things, which Hiruzen greatly appreciated that he did not go into a slump. In the flashback, as Naruto calmly walked to the academy, he was never a part of the academy. He had private teachers. This was the first time that he was here to take the exam. As Naruto knocked on the door before he slid it open, Iruka Minno turned. As he looked towards a blonde that seemed to be around 15 years old, black steel toe boots, black cargo pants, and a black trench coat. On his bare chest he had 4 card tattoos: Ace of Diamond, Ace of Spade, Ace of Clover, and Ace of Heart. Yo, Sir Tobi Sensei told me to give you this. Iruka took the piece of paper as he read over what he said. As he gave Naruto a nod. Okay class, this is Naruto Uzumaki. He will be joining us for the exams. What? A boy with a small dog on his head shouted. That's crap. Why does he just come in here and can take the exams while we had to suffer behind the decks for 6 years? Because I was privately taught by the Hokage, said Naruto. Everyone in the class eyes widened. When no one said anymore, Iruka motioned for Naruto to take a seat. As Naruto sat on the bottom row, there was an open seat right beside the boy that spoke. As he pulled out a deck of cards, he closed his eyes and pulled out a single card from the spread around deck. Ace of Spade and I'll pass, he said, as he flicked the card over. as everyone was watching what he was doing, and they were surprised to see that he was ace of spades after all. As Naruto gathered the cards, it seems that Lady Luck smiles upon me today. The boy beside him snorted. I bet the whole deck is full of aces, he said. As Naruto smiled and opened the card deck. As Kiba looked it over and realized they were all different cards. I never cheat, said Naruto. At least not when gambling. During the years, because of his fascination with cards and dice, Naruto became a huge gambling addict. He gambled so much he could rival someone like Senju Tsunade. Well, not that their luck was any good. That was the difference between them. Naruto actually won when he gambled. He even made a friend by gambling, and Anko had vowed never to play strip poker with him ever again. Okay then, let's begin the exam, Iruka said. Naruto has never believed in destiny or fate or shit like that. But he did believe in Lady Luck. She seemed to always be on his side. How else would he survive all those beatings that he received? Needless to say, he flew through the exams with ease. Afterwards, he was making his way back towards the Circle Bay estate when he bumped into the purple-haired Kunoichi. Ah, Uncle. Naruto-chan, Uncle said. Long time no see. Yes, it's been a year, hasn't it, said Naruto. As Uncle nodded, yes, I believe that we haven't seen each other since that poker game. As she pouted, I really lost big time, huh? Yeah, but technically, you also won. She raised her eyebrow. How exactly did I win by taking my clothes off? Well, you got to see me get knocked out by a nosebleed, said Naruto. As Uncle grinned at that. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that, she said, as she puffed out her chest. Who knew that you could not stand seeing these? As she jiggled her chest around, making him blush. Please stop doing that, said Naruto. Why? Are you uncomfortable, she said, as she hugged him, pushing her chest against him. No, not at all, said Naruto. It's just, I might pass out again. As Uncle let go, you're no fun, she said. Well, as Naruto pulled out the deck of cards, I could be fun, if you decide to play another game of poker with me. As Uncle looked the blonde over. Never, she said. The next day, as Naruto was in the classroom, playing a game of poker with Shikamaru and Choji, and Kiba, when Iruka came in, it was time that he announced the teams. After one of his long-winded speeches, he went on. There was nothing too unique about Team 1 and 6, as there was no clan ears on them. As he reached up to Team 7, Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Sai. Team 8 was Hinata, Kiba, and Shino. Team 9 was still in circulation. Team 10 was Shikamaru, Choji, and Ino. And lastly, we have Naruto Uzumaki. You've been taken as an apprentice by Uncle Mirashi. Yes, Naruto thought to himself. She would never accept one of those stupid D-rank missions. And maybe he could convince her to play another game of strip poker with him, as he chuckled to himself. Iruka-sensei, why does he get special training and not me? The arrogant voice of Sasuke came. As Naruto glanced towards Uchiha, how arrogant was this kid? He didn't even know Naruto's situation. Well, simple. Because I like that brat better than you, said Uncle, as she stepped inside. Naruto-chan, she said, let's go. Later we found them at a dango store. So, are we gonna take on any of those stupid D-rank missions, Naruto said, just to be sure. What? Hell no. Never. The purpose of D-ranks is to train teamwork. And since we know what each other are capable of, we don't have to do shit like that. We will start with C-rank and work our way up, okay? As he was okay about that. 2 months later, as Naruto and Anko had just came back from a mission, as Anko and him had split apart, as she was allowing him to do the mission report, as it's been a while since she had some dango, as they've been on this mission for quite some time now. As Naruto had shown that he was capable of doing more than C ranks, seeing that the mission that they were coming from a moment ago was a completed A rank. As he stepped inside, he saw that there was Team 7 in there. Oi, GG, mission complete, said Naruto. Ah, very good, Naruto-kun. Where's Uncle? She said that she hasn't had dango in a while, so she went to go and have some, said Naruto. As Team 7 minus Sai was looking at Naruto, there was a bit of blood on him. Hiruzen shook his head at Uncle behavior. Very well, now that you're here, she will have a lot of time to eat. How so, said Naruto? Because you will be going with Team 7 on a C rank, the land of Wave. Wait, what? What the hell did I do to deserve a C rank, said Naruto. Afraid that you will die, Blondie. The voice of Sasuke came, with an arrogant smirk. No, I'm afraid I'll kill you people in beer boredom, said Naruto. As Sasuke's smirk left his face. Come on, old man, Naruto pleaded. Don't do this to me. I'm sorry, Naruto-kun, but this is your punishment for forgetting your shurikens and kunais out in the rain 3 weeks ago. As Sakura and Sasuke were shocked, his punishment was a C-rank mission, while they were barely able to take one. Fine. I'll go tell Uncle, said Naruto. Wait, you have to meet your client first. As Hiruzen gave a nod to Haruka, as a man stepped inside, fisher hat, and a bottle of sake in his hand. Is this what I get? They looked like they wet themselves at the first sign of danger. Don't worry, sir. I'm more than enough against a couple of bandits. And also, we have Kakashi-san here. He's a jonin, said Naruto. Whatever, I'm Tazuna. You're gonna escort me back to my country and guard me as I finish my bridge. Very well, said Kakashi as he turned to his team. Go pack and meet at North Gate in 30 minutes. Team 7 was startled as Naruto released a frustrated scream before his body burst into fire and he vanished, shocking Sasuke. What the hell? Meanwhile, as Naruto reappeared, as he made his way to find Uncle, as she was gouging down on some dongos. Oi, Uncle, he said, as he waved at her, as she looked up and gave him a wave as well. I'm gonna be gone for a couple of weeks, said Naruto. Huh? Why? Because the old man is sending me on a mission with Kakashi's team, said Naruto. Fine, she said, but make sure to kill one for me, okay? Will do, as he gave her a salute, as he burst into a swirl of fire. Uncle was not worried, he'd be perfectly fine, especially in a C rank, as she continued to eat her dango. Time skip. As Team 7 was looking at Naruto with shock, well, especially Sasuke, as they were attacked by 2 missing ninjas, and Naruto had demolished the both of them by himself. Sasuke was confused how he was so strong, and like he was better than him. As Sai was watching Naruto curiously, every now and then he glanced towards him. As Naruto paused when he noticed something in the bushes as he walked over, he opened the bush as he saw a rabbit, looking scared to death. He noticed a rabbit fur. Damn, substitution, he thought. Get down, he heard the voice of Kakashi, as Naruto was over to the bushes, as a sword whipped through the air. Lucky enough, Team 7 had gotten down, as it stabbed into the bark of a tree. Kakashi the copy ninja. The rough voice of one Zabuza Momokai came. No wonder, the demon brothers lost. Zabuza Momokai, the demon of the mist, said Kakashi. All of you, stay back. As Kakashi gripped his headband and lifted it to show his Sharingan. Oh, the famous Sharingan is early. I must say, I'm honored. As Naruto stood there as he watched, Zabuza flashed Yuan sign and made a single ramp sign at the end. Ninja art. He'd missed technique. As Kakashi and Zabuza started to engage each other, Naruto was a bit disappointed as Kakashi got caught up in a water prison. Take the Tazuna and run! The moment I got caught, it was already over for you guys. Now run! Kakashi shouted while stuck in the water prison. No way, said Naruto, as Kakashi glanced towards the boy. He was strong, but taking on someone like Zabuza caliber was not something he could do. This guy has a 50,000 bounty on his head. If you think I'm gonna let that go, you're dead wrong. As Naruto pulled a scroll out of his pocket, he's mine. As he wiped some blood on the scroll, poof, a metal staff appeared as he grabbed it. As he rushed towards a water clone that Zabuza had created, the clone was surprised at speed as he tried to slice Naruto in half. But Naruto was just too fast as Naruto dived right under him, releasing a chakra in the bottom of his feet. And then he came back up with a slam right to the groin as the clone burst into water. As Naruto leaped towards the real Zabuza and brought down his staff, Zabuza brought up his head cleaver blade and sparks fly everywhere as the two weapons grind against each other. Shit, said Naruto as he jumped back. He's physically stronger than me. As he twirled his staff around, so that leaves ninjutsu then. As Naruto sealed with his staff and pulled out the deck of cards, Zabuza laughed as he saw them. What's this? Do you want to stop fighting and play some sort of game? Naruto smirked as he threw the deck in the air, as he flashed Johan sign, ninja art, 52 card rain. The cards froze. They got pumped full of wind chakra as they started to swirl as they flew towards Zabuza. Zabuza's eyes widened as he could not block them all as he leaped to the left, but the cards separated down the middle as 25 of them slam into him. They did not just slam, they ripped, they cut, they sliced. Zabuza was thrown onto the shore as he crashed. As he coughed up some blood as he saw the blonde smiling. "What the hell are those cards?" Zabuza said. "My pride and joy," said Naruto. "I can make them explosives, burning, rock hard, or simply really sharp." "Good job, Naruto," said Kakashi. "I didn't know you had that in you." When he faced the demon brothers, he never used any kind of technique, just pure taijutsu. Kakashi tried to move forward, but Naruto raised a hand. "Don't. I still have some more tricks up my sleeve." As Naruto started to flash through hand signs once again, Zabuza tried to pick himself up. "Oh yeah? What kind of trick is that?" As the man got back to his feet, as Naruto smirked. "Look below you," he said. "Ninja arts. Exploding dice." Zabuza looked down to see two six-sided dice on the ground. They started to glow. "Oh shit." Boom! He slammed viciously into a tree. As Zabuza leaned over, coughing up some blood, he was done for. As Kakashi moved forward, "It's done," he said. But before Kakashi could check and deliver the final blow, two Senbon needles stabbed into Zabuza's neck. Well, look at that. He did die, as a hunter then jumped down. "Thank you for wearing him out. I've been hunting him for 3 weeks now. I must dispose of this body. It holds many secrets. Goodbye." And with that, the hunter then took his corpse and disappeared with it. As Naruto tilted his head as he watched the hunter then vanish. Time skip. As the group had decided to make their way towards Tezuna's house to inform you guys about the several jutsus that Naruto had created. The first one, Ninja Art, Dance of the 265, playing cards. In this jutsu, he slammed 5 decks of playing card on the ground. The cards travel on the ground afterwards and surround the opponent. The cards that Naruto uses are made from the same material as Kisame Samihata, so that means that it will drain the opponent's chakra. They then shot out of the ground as they form a dome around the victim. They then proceed to suck away the victim's chakra until he or she is completely dry. These cards are also charged with the Kyuubi's chakra, making them highly explosive. This jutsu is quite deadly, and it could take a lot out of him, and the person have a chance of escaping if they use the Earth Hunter technique. His next ability, Ninja Art, 52 card range. He threw a deck of cards in the air, pumping them with wind chakra, making them super sharp, like what he did on Zabuza. His next ability, Ninja Art, Card Rotation, a defensive move based on the Hyugas. Heavenly Rotation mixed with his wind chakra created a dome of spinning cards around him, like an ultimate defense to tank certain jutsus. And next ability, Ninja Art, Exploding Dice. He can charge 1 to 4 dice with the Kyuubi's chakra with a 3-second explosive fuse. The power of the explosion are determined by the number that the dice show, 1 going to 6. The highest number, the stronger the explosion. So that's a rundown of a few of his abilities that he created so far. At the moment though, Naruto was peacefully eating some dinner at the Tezuna residence. As Kakashi explained his theory, as Naruto agreed, seeing that the mass hunter Nin took the body as well. In here, he decided to whine about them gonna die. "Why do you try so hard?" he shouted at them. "You're all gonna die anyway." As Naruto looked up towards the boy. "No, I'm not," he said. As Inari then started to rant once again. As Naruto just looked at him. When Inari was done, he was puffing and taking several breaths. As Naruto bit his finger and draw his blood over his palm. "How about a bet?" said Naruto. "A bet?" Inari said, confused. Why Naruto was so calm despite everything that he had said. "Summoning Jutsu," said Naruto. There was a poof as a small 2-foot grizzly cub appeared. It was wearing a red vest with a kanji for odds on the back of it. As Naruto smirked as he remembered how he got his summoning contract. Flashback. A 13-year-old Naruto was sitting in a small house in a lodging just 2 miles out of Konoha with 5 men in their mid-20s, which were former grass ninjas. "All in," said Naruto with a smirk. "Shit, I don't have enough money for that," the missing nin muttered before he snapped his finger. "Hey kid, you're a ninja, right?" As Naruto nodded. "In training, yes. Why?" The grass ninja smiled as he produced a rather large scroll. I'm the holder for the beer summoning contract. And judging by your tattoos, you're a gambler. They're huge gamblers as well, so I think you get along perfectly. So tell you what, I'll bet the beer summoning contract on this one. I win, I get the money and the contract back. And your coat, you win. Well, you get the contract and the money. So, how about it? As Naruto thought about it for a moment, he really liked this cloak. Alright fine, said Naruto, show me what you got. The grass ninja smirked as he produced a 4 of a kind. All 10s, baby. As the man was about to rain in his winnings, until Naruto placed a hand on his hand. Sorry, 4 of a kind. All jacks. The grass ninja sat there for a few minutes, unmoving, unblinking, as he just stared at Naruto cards. It took him a minute as he yelled. As the man yelled so loud, Hiruzen was reading his rather perverted book, looked up from it. As he shook his head, it seems that Naruto must have won something rather interesting, as he just knew that Naruto's behind this. How? How? The grass ninja couldn't understand. My safe money, he said. As Naruto sealed away everything, you don't seem so upset about losing your contract. I don't care about those stupid bears. All they care about is gambling, money and booze. They don't even like me. But my safe money, the man said, tears in his eyes. What should I do, my god, he said Naruto, as he looked up to the heavens. All of a sudden, one of the piles dropped off. As Naruto picked up and threw it towards the man. It landed right in the man's hands, as he looked up. Go and buy yourself some steak, said Naruto. A grateful look. A look of thanks was in the man's eyes. 2 days later, as Naruto sat in a small clearing, as he bit his thumb, wiped his blood in his palm after signing the contract as he flashed through hand sign. Summoning Jutsu. Poof! A giant panda, about Gamabunta's size, appeared as he was dressed in a black kimono with a kanji for booze, gambling and money written on the back. Who has summoned me? The panda said in a booming tone. I did. As Naruto jumped and ran upon the panda as landed right on his nose. You? You gotta be shitting me. A youngster like you cannot summon me, the professional gambler, said the panda, as he laughed at the absurdity. Wanna bet, said Naruto, as the panda stopped laughing. A bet? Okay. What do you have to bet, he said. Well, let's do this. If I manage to summon you again, you will accept me as your summoner. If you win, I'll buy you all the steak you can drink. The panda looked at Naruto carefully. All the booze I can drink? At Naruto nod, the panda chuckled. Fine. Prepare to be ruined, kid, he said, as he poofed away. As Naruto sat back down on the ground, he flashed through hand sign once again. Poof! As Naruto dropped to one knee. Shit. Summoning the boss twice really takes a lot out of you, he thought to himself. Well, I'll be damned, the panda said, as he saw Naruto. As Naruto was able to climb back up on his nose. Well then, I'll accept you as my new summoner and inform the Beer Clan that we have a new summoner. But before I leave, I have 2 questions. Shoot, said Naruto. What is your name? And do you like gambling? Everyone who wishes to summon us must practically worship the 3 taboos of a ninja. As Naruto chuckled at that. My name is Naruto Uzumaki, yes. I love gambling. How do you think I end up with your contract? Meh, you could have got it from somewhere else. Well, if there is nothing else, then I'll be on my way. As he once again poofed away. As Naruto dropped to the ground as he lay on his back. Well, that was fun. End of flashback. As a small cub waved at Naruto. Is it calculating day, Naruto, he said. Yes, I need you to calculate something for me, said Naruto. The odds of something. Give me the info. As a small cub pulled out a pen and notepad. As everyone watched the sight with interest. As Naruto turned towards Tazuna. Okay, Tazuna. I need you to tell me about Gato's forces. How many does he have? And are they samurais, ninjas, or just muscles? As Tazuna placed a hand to his chin. As everyone else just watched Naruto carefully. Well, I would say that he has about 200 thugs. Mixed with samurais and hired muscles. As Naruto nodded as a small cub write it down in his notebook. Add to it that he has hired A-rank Missinin, Momokai Zabuza, and one of his associates. Now tell me, what are the odds of me and my team losing against those numbers, said Naruto. As the cub looked up towards them. I don't know. Who's on your team, he said. As Naruto pointed, Copy Ninja Kakashi Hatake, and 3, Unexperienced Jennings. As the cub wrote the info down as he calculated the odds, Kakashi Hatake, the dog pack, speaks very highly of him. The odds of you losing are 50 to 1. As Naruto nodded as he turned towards Inari. See that, Brett? I got $10 here so that I can kill Goto and his gang without dying. But Naruto will stop as the small cub poked him. What, said Naruto? You didn't say anything about dying. With your healing, I have to make a whole new calculation. As the cub writes for about 20 seconds. As he reads it, the odds of you dying are 250 to 1, he said. As Naruto smirked at that. Okay, Inari. $10 so I can kill Goto and his thugs without dying. As Inari looked towards Naruto, he was actually gonna bet him, but Tazuna stopped him. Wait, what are the odds of you winning? As Naruto turned towards the cub. 2 to 1. Wait, what are the odds? Inari said. I don't get it. Okay, for example, if you bet $10 I die, and I do, you win 250 times the money, meaning $10 times 250 equal to 2,500. If I win 20 bucks. Fine, Inari said, as he pulled out 20 Ryu and placed on the table. Now you, he said, as Naruto pulled out 2,500 Ryu. Deal, said Naruto, as the both of them shook hands. Until the bet is clear, I don't want to hear you bitch, okay? As Inari nodded as the both of them shook hands. Deal. Afterwards, he left to his room. I'll hold on to the money, said Tazuna, as he reached. He was whacked over the head with the frying pan. No way, I will hold the money. You will just spend all on sake, said Sandaime as she grabbed the money, as Tazuna rubbed his sore on his head. 1 week later, as Naruto sat down with a large panda, his name was Kumo. Hey, Kumo, said Naruto, I've been thinking. Oh really? I thought I smelled something burning, said Kumo. Seriously, said Naruto, your name really fits your poker skills. The other word for Kumo, sucker. As Kumo grabbed the crate that they were using as a table, and he threw it in the water below. Screw you, man, he said. I don't need to take this crap from you, as he disappeared in a poof of smoke. Sore loser, said Naruto. Time skip, as Naruto was sound asleep. A night of drinking and gambling with his bears. Team 7 had went out to help Tazuna, as Naruto was not with them. They saw that he was fast asleep, so they left him there as they went to the bridge. As Naruto heard screaming as he jumped out of the bed. Now let's see here, hangover, plus sunshine, plus loud screaming. That's not a good combination, he said, as he fell right out of bed, getting himself dressed. As Naruto looked through the window as he saw Inari rushing towards 2 samurais who had their blades up. One of them held on to Sandaime. As Naruto opened the window and leaped, the samurai looked up as he saw a shadow, as Naruto planted his foot in his face. As he pushed Sandaime forward, releasing her from the man's grasp, as Naruto then dropped and kicked the man right in his nuts. The man let out a girlish scream as he dropped to his knees, as the other one swinged his blade as Naruto let it pass him. Naruto reached out and jabbed him right in the arm. As the man's arm dropped to the side, Naruto then reached and grabbed him by the neck. Snap! As Naruto broke it. The other one looked up as he held onto his groin, as Naruto spun and delivered a powerful kick, knocked him out cold. As Naruto created too closely with them, he then turned towards Inari. Your 20 bucks are mine, he said. As Inari stood there shocked as Naruto rushed off to the bridge. When Naruto finally arrived to the bridge, he saw Sasuke stuck in a strange ice mirror, while Sai was fighting a kid with green hair, and Kakashi fought Zabuza. The hunter then pulled out his head to look at Sasuke. He had to move as a card sliced his mask, leaving a huge gash in it. But the force of the wind chakra blew him right out of the mirror as he landed. A card? He had to move as the arrow was pelted with cards that ripped into the bridge. Those would have torn through his flesh. He then saw a pair of dice on the ground, one showing 1 and one showing 2. Snake eyes, you lose. Boom! As the dice exploded, throwing the hunter in as he slammed right into Zabuza, who had his back turned their way. Haku, what the hell, said Zabuza, as Zabuza then turned to see Naruto. You know, I thought you looked familiar. Then I remember, I heard about you before, said Zabuza. You're Konoha card shark, aren't you? Kakashi turned towards Naruto surprised. What? You didn't know that you had Konoha Card Shark traveling with you? As Zabuza turned to Haku and green-haired kid. Zabuza looked at his condition, as he was not faring so well against Kakashi. And now this. He's heard rumors about this kid. What's the point of dying after all? If they did die, there will be no more missions to take. Screw Gato. Let's move, he said. The two small ninjas looked towards him before they gave him a nod, as the three of them flashed away at Shunshin. Kakashi was surprised by that. Huh. It seems like Gato was nothing but a scared little demon. Demon of the mist, my ass. As they all turned to see Gato at the end of the bridge, as the man had all of his thugs behind him. Well, I wasn't really gonna pay him anyway, so I'm not really losing anything. He has tired you people out, and now I'll let my man here finish you off. As Naruto burst out laughing. As Gato was confused, as he frowned. Hey, what's so funny, you brat, he said. You're calling me little. Look at you, you're so short, said Naruto. And the funny thing is, I just got here, so I'm not really exhausted or tired. And Kakashi is a Jonin. He won't be worn out that easily. As Naruto raised his arm. But you wouldn't know any of that, you're just a stupid dumb baby, said Naruto. As he lowered his hand, he flicked the card so fast that no one could be prepared for it. Gato was about to bark out the order until he started to stagger. As he started to choke on his own blood. The reason being a card was lodged right in his throat. He fell over gurgling as he died. And that takes care of him, said Naruto as he placed his hand behind his head. You just killed our meal ticket, one of the thugs shouted. How? Are we supposed to get paid now? I know. Let's kill these little shits and then raid the village. One of the other ones spoke up. An arrow landed in front of them, stopping them. As they looked to see all the villagers and Inara standing there with a crossbow. You will not take a step into this village ever again, Inara said. As all the thugs looked up as the village numbers, well, outnumber them, and not to mention these ninjas. They got scared. Let's get the hell out of here, as they ran. As Inara and the others came down. As Naruto held out his hand as Inara saw, the words were tattooed in his palm. Pay up, sucker. I want my $20 and money you owe me. As Nami came up, I got it right here, she said, as she handed over to the happy Naruto. Know this, Inara, said Naruto. I always win my bets. As Naruto turned towards his temporary team. As for Naruto's summons, there are quite a few more of them. I'm gonna be listing off some of them. Name, Blackjack. He's a panda. Black vest, black bandana, spiked bracers. He's the size of Gamabunta. Weapon, claws, fangs, baseball bat, and he has a wakazashi. His personality, well, cocky, temperamental, badass, and he only play blackjack. There's another one, named Snatty. Yeah, she's named in the honor of the female Sanin. White grizzly, pink kimono, pink bracers. Kanji for gambler on the back. Size 200 centimeters. Weapons, claws, fangs, and brass knuckles. Personality, grumpy. Has a drinking problem and suck at gambling. And there's another one, Cho, panda. Wearing a red Hiyori. Has a kanji for odd on the back of his coat. Size 4 feet. Weapons. He's a genjutsu user with Han. Personality. He's rather cold. All in all, he doesn't like Naruto. And he's completely emotionless. Next one, Han. Blue Hiyori. The kanji for even on the back. Size 4 feet, just like Cho. Weapon, genjutsu user with Cho. Personality, kind, caring, loyal. Never refuse Naruto. Unlike Cho. Another one, go by the name of Sick. Sun Bear, with a red cloak. Weapon, steel bar stool, and a master of the drunken fist style. Personality, well, always drunk. A really bad alcoholic. Well, it fit perfectly well with the drunken fist style. Now, as for the name Konoha Card Shark, Naruto has faced many battles over the past 2 months. And those who managed to rarely survive went around spreading that name. As they told people about his, well, type of fighting and the things that he could do, especially when angry. Well, he was a dangerous foe. That is the reason why Zabuza left, knowing that they would die, as Naruto wasn't above killing his enemies. As for our blonde hero right now, it has been a month since the mission to Wave, as he was back to doing B and A rank missions, even though he was just a genin. as he finally managed to convince Uncle into another game of strip poker. But once again he lost, due to a lack of blood, when he saw her completely nude. "How do you do it?" Uncle asks, as the both of them were walking towards the tower. "Do what?" said Naruto. His eyes were closed, his hands were behind his head. "Always win. I don't know really when I play. I always feel like the bets I make are the right ones. And I can feel when I'm about to make the wrong bet," said Naruto. "It's like gambling is a part of me, embedded in my DNA. I understand the game so well, I basically know what cards are gonna pop up." "Okay," said Uncle. The reason why she chose him as her apprentice was because there wasn't really much that she could teach him. She just hated going on D-rank missions, and seeing that he was already skilled enough to take on higher rank missions, it was wonderful. When they arrived to Hokage's tower, they saw the Jonin senseis for the Rookie 12 coming out of the office, as Harrison had just started to take out his Ichi book when he saw the two coming in. "Oh, Naruto-kun, Uncle-chan, what are you two doing here?" "Don't worry, Gigi," said Naruto. "It's not that we killed Kakashi for reading that book, so we won't come after you," said Naruto, as Harrison chuckled awkwardly. "As for why we're here, why the one-day mission? Very well. But, as you must know, Uncle, the Chunin exams are tomorrow, and Team 7 is missing a member. I know, Proctor after all." As she looked towards Naruto, "So how about it, Naruto-chan? Want to become a Chunin?" "Where's the permission slip?" said Naruto, as Uncle chuckled. Well, that seemed to be a yes. Once they were gone, Harrison called one of his envoys. "Take this to Kakashi, and tell him that his team can join the Chunin exams." Once he was gone, Harrison looked around, as he pulled out his book. "Oh, Suki," he said, "you're a bad girl," as he giggled, as he started to read. The next day, as Naruto was waiting for the team, as they show up. "Looks like we'll be working together again, huh?" said Naruto, as Sakura nodded. Said Sasuke. "Well then, let's go, shall we?" said Naruto, as he turned towards the door, as he wondered what the Chunin exams has to offer. As when they made their way, they saw a guy in green spandex getting beat by two guys at the door. "We are doing you people a favor. If you can't get past us, there is no way that you can participate in this exam. So go, get out of here." "Hell, even we failed 3 times, despite your one at the door," said. As Sasuke, being the show-off that he is, stepped forward with an arrogant walk. "That's nice," he said, "but you will let me pass and remove that genjutsu. We're going to the 3rd floor," he said. His smirk was filled with nothing but arrogance. He heard a smack as he turned to see Naruto holding on to his head. "Idiots, if you knew that, why didn't you just walk past and let these losers stay here and fail? You just raised the lower odds of us passing." As Sasuke grumbled as they made their way to the proper level. As they arrived in there, as the rest of the rookies came in, as Naruto started scanning everyone to see who would be a proper challenge, as he saw a redhead with a kanji for love on his forehead. The guy was actually oozing killer intent. As Naruto turned back to the rookies, as he saw a silver-haired Konoha ninja dodge a punch from a guy that was wrapped up in bandages. He didn't bother to listen to what Bandage said, since there was an explosion in the front of the classroom. "Alright everyone, take a number and sit down, and shut up or you will all fail." The test was rather simple, as Naruto went through it in about 5 minutes. And he was now bored, waiting for 10 questions, as he summoned Han and Cho. "Uzumaki, what are you doing?" Ibiki said, seeing the 2 pandas. As Naruto pulled out his wallet, "I've already answered the questions. I was gonna ask my friends here if they want to play some poker with me. Wanna join?" As the pandas pulled out their own wallets, "Just grab a chair and sit down." As Ibiki looked at the blonde, before he laughed sinisterly. "Alright, I guess I'll join," Uzumaki said. As Naruto did not know who he was messing with after all. Ibiki was the head of the IT department, interrogation and torture. He could tell when people have a tick about them, and he was gonna ruin Uzumaki. Well, that is what he thought. But Naruto was a whole different breed when it comes to gambling. But guys, we end this episode right here. If you want to see this part, then do like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember, share to all of your friends to your social media platform. But I'm all here for now, guys. See you guys soon. Peace.